Hey guys, it's Lainey and I have an awesome tag. I have created a tag. I've wanted to create tags in the past, but I've never been able to come up with one as genius as this one. This is the Leo DiCaprio tag. I can say I've been inspired by the Taylor Swift book tag, which went around booktube around last year, as well as the Jennifer Lawrence tag, which has been circulating a lot these past couple months. I was thinking, what celebrity would I want to do a tag on? And the one that came to mind, Leonardo DiCaprio. The perfect subject for a tag such as this. I have 9 questions that I have come up with that have to do with Leo and his life. I will say that when I did post on Twitter that I wanted to do a Leonardo DiCaprio tag, Jillian from Bookish and Nerdy and Max from Well Done Books jumped on that one right away and gave me a ton of questions. So I want to give them a shout out for kind of inspiring me with some of their questions. Let's get started. Question number 1 is growing pains. Now, some of you might not know what Growing Pains is, and if you don't, that is a shame, because Growing Pains was the greatest family sitcom from the late 80s until the 90s. It centered around this family. Towards the last seasons, Leonardo DiCaprio joined the series as a series regular as Luke, who was a troubled teen that the Seavers adopted, kind of, and took under their wing. The question that has to do with Growing Pains is, what is a book that you read before it got famous or before it got hyped up? The book I'm choosing is The Kiss of Deception by Mary E. Pearson. I read this right when it was released after I saw Riley from Riley Marie 1196 talk about it. She explained what it was and it sounded super interesting to me. I loved it and I made a review of it, and the review is like my most watched review here on my channel besides the Allegiant one, but that's not really a review. Now I'm seeing a ton of people reading this book, and I'm always seeing it being updated and reviewed on Goodreads now. Question number 2 has to do with Tobey Maguire. Tobey Maguire is an actor himself. He was famously Spider-Man and also was in The Great Gatsby with Leonardo DiCaprio, but they've been friends for a really, really long time. There's pictures of them when they were kids together, and then now they're here, so it's like start from the bottom, now we're here kind of deal. So the question that corresponds with Tobey Maguire is, who are your favorite book best friends? Mine are Rose and Lisa from the Vampire Academy series. I fell in love with their friendship when I first read Vampire Academy last year, and I really loved the relationship. And I feel like a lot of girl relationships and sometimes in YA books can have some jealousy and stuff going on in there with love interests and such. I feel like Rose and Lisa are so strong, and they're such a strong friendship, and I love reading their friendship throughout the entire series, which right now I'm on the 5th book, and I just love how they both blindly follow each other because they just, you know, love each other, and they're my favorite book best friends by far. Question number 3 has to do with Kate Winslet. They've been in 2 movies together, Titanic and Revolutionary Road. And the question I have about Kate Winslet is, who is your one true pairing? Because they're together, even though they're not. They're together, and you really hope that they get together in the end. For this question, I chose Magnus and Cleo from Falling Kingdoms. I love their development of their relationship from the 1st book to the 3rd book, and I cannot wait to see where it goes in the 4th book, especially because so many things happen in this one. Love both their characters separately, which is a very important thing for me. I have to love both characters on their own before I would like them together. And that is definitely the case with this one. I love both of them separately, which is why I love them both together. Question number 4 has to do with Titanic. And the question for Titanic is, what book made you cry? For me, that book is These Broken Stars by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. There's something that happens towards the middle-ish end that after it happened, I couldn't believe that happened. And I put it down and I was like, I can't read this right now. I literally set it down and went to New York for BookCon. I was totally fine with taking a week off from this book after that thing that happened. And when I came back, I finally finished it. Everybody who's read this book, you know the part I'm talking about. Question number 5 is Martin Scorsese. Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio have collaborated on a ton of films. They started with, I think, Gangs of New York, and they did The Aviator, they did The Departed, which is one of my favorite movies of all time, Shutter Island, most recently The Wolf of Wall Street. So they have a close working relationship. My question that corresponds with Martin Scorsese is, who is an author that you will always buy their books whenever they come out? You're there, you don't even know what it's about, but you'll get it anyway. It's an automatic buy from an author. Of course, mine is Morgan Rhodes, who I love. I will always buy her books. I'm still growing my collection of her books because she writes under a different name as well, but I will have an entire shelf of Morgan Rhodes books, and I'm very excited for that. Question number 6 is Victoria's Secret models. Leo has a type, and that type is Victoria's Secret models. He dated Giselle for like 5 years. He also dated Bar Raffaelli, but she's not a Victoria's Secret model, but she's still a model and she's still gorgeous. He also dated Erin Hetherington, who's also a Victoria's Secret angel. A Tony chick, I forget her last name, but she's also a Victoria's Secret model. So my question for the Victoria's Secret model is, what is a genre you will always go back to? For this one, I chose the dystopian genre. This is the genre that I really got into and I wouldn't stop reading for a really long time. I will always go back to dystopian because I still love all the elements that have to do with dystopian. I love a broken society that we once used to be a part of. I love the complex characters. I love the futuristic aspects sometimes of these stories. I love the characters, the heroines, the heroes. I just love their stories. I will always go back to the dystopians, like I'm sure Leo will always go back to the Victoria's Secret models. Question number 7 is Happy Leo. You all have seen that meme. Picture of him, and it's like behind the scenes of an Inception filming, and he's like so happy, and he's like walking, and they snap the perfect picture, and that picture blew up the internet. For this Happy Leo meme, I decided to do the question, what is a character that makes you smile? Because I always smile whenever I see those memes. I'm always chuckling. And I chose Roar from Through the Evernight because this is where we really get to know his character. He is hilarious. He's so funny. He's the greatest sidekick I have ever read. He has such a great relationship with our hero and our heroine. Roar is just awesome. I would follow a series if Veronica Rossi decided to do a series on Roar. I would totally read that. Question number 8 is every Leo character. Pretty much since 2002 until now, he plays the same character. They're all different, but they're all crazy. We have crazy gang member, crazy villain, crazy asshole, crazy husband, crazy cop, crazy genius. For all the crazies, my question for you is, what are some of your favorite complex characters? So I chose a few, and one of them is Paul Markov from 1,000 Pieces of You. He's super complex and very interesting. He's a very interesting character. I love him. Of course, my homeboy, Magnus Demora. Also decided to choose Selena from Throne of Glass. Joe, my favorite stalker from the book You. And Caden from The Kiss of Deception. And the last question is Leonardo NoOSCAro. It's a running joke. Leonardo DiCaprio has not received his Oscar yet, and he deserves an Oscar. We all know he deserves the Oscar for everything. Everything. Still, he always gets beat. Why? So, my question for Leonardo NoOSCAro is, what is a book that doesn't get the recognition you think it deserves? I decided to choose a duology. Avalon duology from Mindy Arnett. This is the first book, Avalon, and the second book, Polaris, which just came out. I always talk about this book on my channel every now and then, and I'm always like, you gotta read it because it's so damn good. I actually don't see any other booktubers besides Sam from Thoughts on Tomes talk about this book. It deserves way more recognition than just two of us. So this is definitely my Leonardo NoOSCAro books. So that is my Leonardo DiCaprio tag. I really hope you guys enjoyed this and you liked the questions. I hope you chuckled. Everybody is tagged, but you'll also see a bunch of people here who are also tagged that I really want to do this. But everybody can do this tag. I really want to see all of them. So comment down below if you decide to do the tag. Tweet me the video if you do it, and I'll retweet it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of mine. Let me know if you do this tag, and I will see you guys very soon. Bye!